Hello, 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 hello. How are you doing up on this glorious day? Hello, hello, hello. Hello, everyone. Come on in. It's time to get this class or session started. I can't say good morning, good morning, good morning because it is 2 o'clock right now. I was supposed to have started at 10 o'clock this morning, and I can see now 10 o'clock is not going to work. So it will be in the afternoons. I can definitely tell you that because I'm I'm not gonna say I'm not a morning person because I'm still up working late at night. So my hours have shifted. So I'm shifting with whatever I got going on. So that's what's going on with me. But anyway, so good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. I pray that everything is going well with y'all on this glorious Monday. I'm going to say morning, afternoon, because that's a habit of me saying good morning, good morning, good morning. But anyway, like I said, I want y'all to come on in. If you still drinking coffee, bring your coffee on in with you. Like I said earlier, I mean a long time ago, I'm not a coffee drinker. I'm a tea drinker. I don't have any tea with me because if I have it right now, I will be sweating too much. So, like I said, I want y'all to come on in. Let's get this teaching going. I am Felicia, the Anointed Trainer, and I pray everything is going well with you. Last week we discussed motivate and encourage yourself. And again, if you want to listen to that message, you can go on my Spotify and YouTube podcast channel and listen to those. So today we will discuss stepping stones. And you are probably asking, what are stepping stones? Stepping stones, garden path stones, step pavers, or whatever you like to call them, are products used to create safe paths around your home. They serve as a walkway to guide visitors through the landscape or between structures. These stepping stones are what God created us. Back up. Like I said, I'm reading from my notes. These stepping stones are what God created with us in mind. He has laid out stepping stones for us to follow his direction for our lives. But the enemy has to, I put this word in there because I know we're going to struggle with it. Strategically, there we go. Place people in our path to gear us off the beaten path that God has created for us. These people that Satan has placed on our path are sent into our lives to stop us from stepping on the following stones. I don't know if y'all ever seen them. I know I've seen them in water. I've seen them in people's yards. Sometimes in people's yard that don't have a walkway or a driveway, they will have stepping stones so you can get to the next step without stepping in the grass. So this is basically what we're talking about today, are stepping stones. But we must step on these stones to move to the next stone. Now we can take our own route, get off the beaten path that God created it for us, and go around the people. That's what I'm calling these stones. But basically Satan interfering with our lives, with what God has designed for us to do for him. Now, like I said, you can go around these stones, but I want us to stay on the beaten path that God has already laid out for us. And we must fight, do the fight the battle to stay on the path and to keep us in the same line what God wants us to do. Because we don't want to allow the enemy to get us distracted from the purpose that God has called us to do in our lives. So I'm going to tell you this story because, like I said, when I was getting my material together, God brought to my attention the donkey that fell in a well, and and it's a story of an old donkey was grazing in the pasture. The heat was too hot, and he decided to go home and rest. On the way home, the donkey lost his balance and fell into a deep well. For about an hour, the donkey was scared and crying for help. To make a long story short, the owner and his friends tried to get the donkey out, but couldn't. So the owner decided he would bury the donkey alive. And that is exactly what Satan is wanting to do with you by putting these blockers or people in our path so we would not fight the battle where God is basically fight for our purpose and our goals and to stay on God's beaten path. And every time, but they agreed that the people or the owner agreed to end the donkey's life, but the donkey has decided to fight for his life. See, and that's what we need to do. We're going to fight for our life every time. I mean, you have to. I'm gonna stay with this. Every time they threw some dirt into the hole, the donkey would shake the dirt off his back, stomp on it, and move higher. And that is the same thing we're going to do. And he kept doing that until he walked up out of that hole. And it's because they kept doing it. Every time they threw some dirt on him, he would shake it off, step on it, and walk up. And he did that until he got up out of that hole. So if the enemy or those path blockers, that's what we're going to call them today, path blockers, have gotten you off the path that God has showed you to align yourself with Him, then you're going to do the. We're going to do the exact same thing. Every time somebody says something negative toward us, we're going to shake it off, stomp on it, and keep on moving. Because that is what's going on here. Even if somebody say that you're ugly, shake it off, stomp on it, and keep on moving. It doesn't matter what people are saying to you, whatever the enemy is going to use people, and people don't realize that they're allowing the enemy to use them to get people off of God's plan, or purpose for their life. So, and we don't want to carry. So we don't want to carry our mistakes around with us. So if somebody has done you wrong or said something to you and basically have gotten you off of the path that God has for you, repent and move to the move and pray about it and ask God to show you how to move forward to the next step. Because instead place them under your feet. Like I said, place them under your feet. Use them as stepping stones to rise above them all. C.S. Lewis says hardship often prepares ordinary person. Hardship, let me repeat that. C.S. Lewis says hardship often prepares an ordinary person for an extraordinary destiny. And the enemy knows that you have a purpose on your life, and he will use any person, like I say, whomever that will be they will allow themselves to be used, then he will use them. So I want y'all to always to understand that we're not fighting against the people. It's always the spirit. So as you journey, making sure I didn't skip anything. The truth is the enemy will use people to always throw dirt on you or me, either one. It is up to you and me to be like the donkey and shake the dirt off our backs and step on it, and so we can rise above it and move the enemy and the people out of our way, because they don't have any place in our life, and they cannot have any kind of power over us unless we allow them to do so. So we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that because they are stepping stones, and like I said, we're going to continue to use them as stepping stones, and we're going to move forward in the things of God. And as you journey through life, you will find stepping stones on your path towards your God-given purpose and your destiny. But like I said, we're going to always remember the enemy will always use people to distract you from reaching what God has called you to do. Because in order for you to create a wall or to build a bridge or to set a set of stairs with those stepping stones, it fully depends on your attitude. So you have to say that they can't do anything to you. So I love to say that they don't have no power to do anything to you unless you give them that power. And I'm asking you not to give anyone your power. Always take your power back, hold on to your power because God gave it to you. So I want y'all to do just like the donkey. So get up like that donkey, shake the dirt off your back, and keep moving forward with your life. Yes. So that is pretty much all I have for y'all today. So if this message has been a blessing to you, because like I said, I'm still getting going with this, and I'm really enjoying it because I am back in my lane. I love to encourage people, and that's what I'm going to continue to do. So, like I said, if this message here has been a blessing to you, subscribe to my channels, share, follow, like, whatever you feel you need to do to continue to be a blessing to me. And not only that, if it's a blessing to you, then like I said, share it so somebody else can receive the blessing as well. So until next time, like I said, I am Felicia, the Anointed Trainer, and I want y'all to be blessed and to what y'all need to do. What do you need to do right now? What do you need to do now right now? So, like I said, y'all have a blessed day because I'm gonna be silly. So always know that I love life, laughing through life. And I pray that sometime I get on here and I can encourage you and you can laugh through life as well. So y'all be blessed and continue to move that body.